Saturday, November 2nd, I did a switch up instead of going to the beach. This is Proud Road. I'm going on the old Proud trails. They used to be wagon roads during the late 1800s, back during the heyday of the Miss Peck Stream area. That's when there used to be pulp mill. There used to be industry out in Miss Peck. That's when 350 people lived there, and there was a lumber industry. There was a sawmill. There was a post office. And this is a beginning trail. This road here, for example, used to be a horse and wagon road. And there used to be a furniture factory out at Miss Peck Stream. It was not owned by an Irishman, I guess. He buried his fortune out here. He didn't trust the banks. And where that first stream enters the Miss Peck Stream Valley, that's where his furniture factory was. But anyway, I will get more video here. I am literally in the middle of nowhere. And it feels funny not to be at the beach, but I will. I just needed the change. Now I got my axe. I got my bush knife, and I do have my Mora. I love that, but there's a story behind my bush knife. When I first came out to about 9 years ago, 9 years ago, one of the residents had thrown, well, he had used this, give me 1 second here. Now this knife here is not the most expensive knife in the world, but it has pretty good quality steel. It holds an edge for a while, and I gave it a drop point. But this is my bush knife. I don't use it to chop trees down. I just use it as a hunting knife, and that's it. I don't hunt, but you could use it to do most anything that needs to be done in the woods. Let's see. The reason that it has a different shape than it had 9 years ago was that they had used it to chop 14 gauge wire. And oh boy, did they ever frig up the blade. So what I did was I had to refile the blade down, and I had to the top of the blade, I decided to put a drop point on. So this gives me a little bit of skinning as well. I can do some skinning if I had to. Yeah. I made a sheath for it. It's a heavy belt with a layer of 2 different kinds of really good tape, and as you can see, it's camel, kind of like my hat now, but I'm wearing my orange hat. I don't really want to get shot out here. And I got my GI mess kit. Oh yeah, complete with pot set and all that stuff. Alrighty. So I don't want to use up camera battery. I want to save it for Miss Peck Stream. I'll get little videos along the trail here, but I'm going back to my cabin that I built. It's a little trapper shanty. It was A-frame, 15 by 20, and it had a front wood wall with a door, 2 side walls, and the whole back end was just a beehive of stone. With, of course, in the center was the fire box, the fire hearth, and going up was a chimney. But that was that beehive of stone was quite big. It was about 15 feet wide and about 8 to 10 feet deep, and then of course your fire box is in the center and the chimney going up. Wow, it actually feels nice out here. The life out here in the hills is very, very, very slow. Once you start getting into the real hard to get to spots out here in these hills, it feels like you're 100 miles away from everything. And life is very slow. The tempo of things. Yeah, out here it's so much different than the city. I will see you online, and right now I do have my parka. It's not done up all the way, of course, and I have my big orange raincoat. And the reason I've got that was so I would have plenty of protection against hunters mistaking me for a deer. Now, this used to be real nice woods, but it was cleared out. They were going to put Irving was going to put a mill in here. But I guess that plan was changed. And I'm not quite sure what's going on in the future, but I think a railroad, there was plans for, oh my gosh, a small rail route going through here to the gas plant so that they could take the gas out by train car as well. But all this stuff is just in the future. Yes, in the future. Yeah, the Irvings bought out most of Redhead. For homeowners that didn't want to sell, the Irvings went around it and bought the right of way on the main roads. I better save the battery power here. I will see you online.